especially from three. And then in the second half, what did you see from your teammates kind of to start that fourth quarter? LeBron and AR, opening the game up a little bit before you checked in and joined them there to put it away.
Yeah, I think we played a great game. I think they were hitting a lot of shots, especially in the first half. I think our fourth-quarter defense was great, better than all three quarters. So to close it out, it means a lot.
Do you volunteer to pay Jackson's technical fine of the?
I got it. I told him right away.
Yeah, but that aside, but do you appreciate that kind of? You guys have obviously had good camaraderie throughout the season.
Of course, I appreciate it. I told him right away, thanks for having my back, and that says a lot about him. That says a lot about this team. So everybody got each other's back.
Luka, with tonight's win, you guys clinched your group for the NBA Cup, advanced to the knockout round. This is the third year of the tournament. How have you seen that inspire or create even extra motivation this time of year? Even Jackson told us this morning, you guys secured, I think it was at least $53K. How have you seen the tournament, I guess, inspire at this point in the season?
I mean, obviously, I'll accept money. So, that's easy, but I never got it more than, I think I never got past the group stage, so something new for me. I played it in Spain, something like this, so I like it. Just the courts, please. It's just slippery, it's dangerous.
Could you tell pregame that you thought the court was?
Yeah.
It wasn't a decal though, right? It was for whatever reason. It was.
I know. It was just I slept a lot of times, and you could see like a lot of players slip, and that's dangerous, man.
Yeah. Getting back to the play where Jackson kind of had your back, you and Chris Dunn have had some history, I guess you could say. What do you think sparked the exchange you had today?
Well, I was waiting for the rebound. I got a cheap shot, in my back. So I'm not gonna just stand. I ain't afraid of nobody. I'm just gonna stand and let it go. The ref was right there. I don't understand how we couldn't call a foul on that one. But that's what the game is about. Sometimes gonna get physical. There's a lot of trash talking. I live for that, so I love it.
Luka, kind of two questions quick. Was the court the other in-season tournament courts that you've played in, were those slippery as well, or was it specifically this one tonight?
I don't remember. I think it's just new courts, so it's kind of tough too. And it's playing some games to control,
Yeah. Tonight, really, we've spent a lot of time talking about what it could look like when LeBron is back and you and Austin are on the court and all that stuff. It felt like tonight that kind of each of you guys had a stretch of the game that you guys dominated. What did you kind of think of the way the three of you together were able to attack the Clippers defense?
I honestly think we did great. I think we scored around 20 points, something like that. But, just trying to read the defense. I know at some point they're going to start blitzing me. So just play out of that. I think Jackson did a great part in playing in the short roll. LeBron was aggressive in the second half. AR was aggressive. And I think we just, with each other pick our momentums and go at it.
Luka, your averages against the Clippers are like your career high. What is it about the Clippers that brings out, I guess, your best?
No, I think we just met a lot of times in the playoffs. They beat me the first two times, so I don't know what it is, but I guess I like it.
Oh. Luka was just discussing, how he appreciated Jackson obviously coming over and having us back there. When Chris Dunn and Luka were getting into it, you've talked about the team spirit and chemistry and all that. Do you see things like that as meaningful in an NBA season?
Yeah, I mean, we highlight that stuff to our guys all the time, whether it's celebrating a guy making a shot. We had a great clip from Milwaukee. Nick Smith makes a three. Maxey celebrating on the court. Our bench celebrations. Guy falls down after a foul. It happened tonight. Multiple guys running over to pick guys up. Again, we're not saying you have to do that. We're not saying those are not requirements, but that's typically guys show their cards and show their hands whether or not they like each other, and tonight was another example of that.
To be able to start a fourth quarter, with players of kind of Reeves and LeBron's caliber and how well they play together, what did you see from that duo tonight, and how do you feel like that helped kind of stretch out the lead and put them away?
Thought tonight was a great game for all three of those guys. Luka getting going early and establishing himself. LeBron and AR staying patient within that, being very efficient in that first half within that onslaught that Luka had, knowing that there's going to be adjustments made, knowing that there's going to be that stretch where he's off the floor. And then those guys, I thought that group to start the fourth quarter, and then when Jackson was out there with Luka, that execution offensively was high level. Jackson made multiple pocket decisions against the blitz. Every type of read you can make, rim, corner cut, slot, like he was threw the lob to Rui. So it just a high level game from him.
Luka expressed some concern about the court afterwards with us, not aesthetically, but functionality wise. He thought that it was leading to him slipping, other players slipping. Did you get any of that feedback throughout the game? And let's say, I think you'll be playing on the court on Friday and then potentially hosting a game here on that court. What can be done between now and those contests?
Yeah, we'll look at it. I noticed that the guys were slipping, but I also noticed that guys were falling prior to that. So I don't know if the court, sometimes courts just don't dry well when there's condensation on it. I wish I had the White Goodman quote about sweating right now from dodgeball, but I don't. Otherwise, I'd use it. But yeah, we'll take a look at it.
Luka's career average against the Clippers is his best against any team in the West. Why do you think that is? What do you think's going into that? Because even when he made three-point shots, he was glaring back at their bench.
Well, every player has to have a career high against some team. So if you look at any NBA player, there's a team they have a career high average against. I don't know if there's an explanation for it or not.
When we spoke with Jackson this morning, he mentioned that you guys win tonight. Not only you get to advance and knock around, but you do guarantee the players guarantee themselves a certain amount of money of the prize pool. Whether it's as a broadcaster previously or as a coach now, how has your experience with the NBA with this tournament evolved or changed in terms of what it means for the league and what it could do for the players?
I really enjoyed it as a broadcaster, covering it, talking about it. Didn't get an opportunity to compete for the Cup last year, so we're excited. $53,000 is a lot of money. It just is. So I'm sure there's some extra motivation. Coaches do get to split a share. I think the head coach might get a full share. I don't know. So it's motivation for sure.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Big three production on a night like tonight. Luka Doncic again, a rebound shy of a 43-point triple-double. Austin Reeves, it felt quiet.
Yeah, at first.
But it finished strong, 31 and 9 himself. LBJ, 25, 6 and 6. Big game, what's
LeBron, before we kind of get into parts of the game, last post-game show you kind of mentioned first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, jokingly, that you kind of asked, to be taken out. How was your win this game? It looked like you felt great out there.
Getting better. It's getting better. I stated it will get better every game, and today was another testament to that. So great win for us, but I'm starting to feel better and better.
You guys shot, 57% from the field, 45% from three. If you look at you three, you guys combined for 99 points. The rest of the team, a lot of contributions. What was working for you guys out there?
Just sharing the ball, moving the ball. Everybody's in a good rhythm, obviously. Luka got it going early, kind of set the tone what was going to be offensively, and then we just followed that train.
What was the key to that fourth quarter? It looked like defensively you guys tightened it up a little bit.
No, you just said it. Defensively, we, in order for us to be as great as we want to be, we got to defend. We got to get multiple stops in a row. We know what we can do offensively, but defensively is going to be our staple, and we showcased that in the fourth.
LeBron, you guys are going to be able to play off of one another. When I say you guys, I mean Luka, yourself, Austin, but it felt like at different stretches of the game, you guys were each able to kind of dominate it. Luka had the first quarter, the start of the fourth, and then Austin kind of the midway part of the fourth quarter. If you were trying to guard your team, like how do you attack a group that's so good offensively, individually?
I don't have an answer for that. I actually do, but I'm not giving that. I'm not giving that intel out. I just think we're just three guys just want to see the team be successful, and we just try to play off one another. Always just trying to stay in the rhythm, trying to stay in attack mode, and it's the most important. We have the most responsibility as far as obviously Luka and AR, myself, is to make sure everybody else stays in rhythm, and we make sure we get our guys involved as well offensively. So. That's the responsibility that we actually have.
How important is it for the health of the team when something like happened with 3 minutes ago with Tristan and Luka, where Jackson Hayes steps in for his teammate, just to show that he is there to have his back?
We didn't need that moment for Jackson or for Luka to know that Jackson got his back. I mean, we're a very close-knit group, so definitely I know Luka appreciated it, and Jackson is, one of our big guys, and, look out for, all the smaller guys, so it was great that it happened, but it's not like that was a moment in time where we're going to look back and be like, oh, that solidified our season. I thought it was, super duper dope though, and to have our guys stick up for one of our guys, but we are a really close-knit group.
There was a lot of shot making in the first quarter for both teams. I think it was, John Collins, Chris Dunn, all those guys, none of them seemed to miss. What was the defensive shift for you guys? 51 points in the second half, and it felt like it started in the second quarter.
Just continued on our keys. We understand that guys are going to make shots. It's the NBA. We can't get deterred on what our game plan is. We had a game plan going into the game, and we stuck to it 48 minutes and paid dividends for us.
Well, obviously it's really heavy, but you're a guy who's been to 10 NBA finals. Seeing what you've seen, the talent that you have, that Luka has, that AR has, the potential of you guys all playing together, reaching your guys' potential, how far do you think this is going to go?
No.
Is there a ceiling?
Well, I mean, it's too early. Obviously, we got to continue to work our habits, continue to build our habits. But, getting to the finals is talent. You have to have it, but you have to have some of the intangibles as well. You have, a lot of grit, a lot of perseverance, and just a hard hat every time you go out there, understanding the job at hand. So that is our aspiration. That's our long-term goal. But right now we got to continue to build days and continue to not. We don't want to take any steps backwards, even if it's in a loss. We don't want to take no steps backwards in the progress and the process of what we want to accomplish. So we're in a good start right now.
Last question.
Lucas said that NBA Cup court was kind of slippery, a little bit dangerous. Did you notice anything in particular about it?
I don't know. Did I slip any tonight? I didn't notice it. I seen a couple guys kind of, but I don't know. No answer for it. Sure.
Danny, I'll start with you. 18-5-9 through 3 games for LBJ. Starting to round into form? It's not taking a long time.
Not at all. 3 games. I mean, he's had some days off. He complained about having those days off, but I think they helped. The